my gosh. Oh no. Let's see what's happening with this. Does this, oh my gosh, does it have to be this way? Does it work this way? Oh, I need somebody to let me know. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, it has to be this way, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I had a tripod and the tripod doesn't go vertical. It only goes, oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to hold this thing the whole time. This, oh my, I cannot believe this happened. So anyway, now I have a tripod that I'm holding sideways. Let me close this down. Can you hear me okay? Let me see if I can get the chats visible. All right, can you hear me okay? Let's see, anybody there? Anybody there?
Sure, I understand.
Okay, I know you don't understand. All right, let's see here. Man, this is gonna be shaky and everything. I wonder if I could just kind of do this little thing like this. Look at this is not comfortable. Nice shirt. Yeah, it is. Holy roller. The 4th of July shirt. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, this tripod is okay. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Yo? All right. Wow. This is the worst. Okay, so I had the tripod set up, but my tripod only goes the other way, and when I turn it, what happens? I think it shuts off or something. I don't know. Well, that's not cool, because now I have to figure out a way to prop this up. All right, let me see about this. I think I can prop this up. Oh, man. All right, so I'm in California on location in California at a friend's house, good friends, and we're going to, you know, the 3rd Thursday of every month, I'm live at 7-Eleven Mountain Time. Okay, I need to get another. Let me see about this. I got my swim shorts on and everything, just ready to go into that pool right there. But it's gonna get dark, so I gotta start hustling here and get this on the road. All right, so yeah, Colorado palm tree. What? All right, I can't get this to. All right, we're gonna get started, but man, I cannot believe it. There's always something. There's always something. Let me see. Let me see if I do this and then stand it up. Oh yeah, it's happening. Okay, well, kinda. All right, there it is. So there's this dog that doesn't like me either and just comes and barks at me. So I don't know if this dog is gonna just sit here and bark at me or not. All right, let me see if now maybe I can get it up a little bit higher and get this show on the road. All right, can you hear me? Man, I don't like all the headroom. There's too much headroom. You know, if you have like you know, any kind of experience with like doing film, you don't want there to be enough room where an airplane can fly above your head. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna just grab another one. And let's see, was that Jesse making a debut on my live? What's up, Jesse? This is his place. It's a wonderful place. I love coming here every time I'm in California. And they have some land here, and good family friends of ours. And went on a cruise with us and learned how to get a free cruise. So I'm still not having any luck with this thing, man. Okay, let's see. All right, I still don't know. I'm assuming people can hear me. I'm assuming people can hear me. If you see the way my setup is, Amber should come and take a picture of this, because this is ridiculous. I have a bunch of pillows. Okay, you can hear me. Great. Oh, awesome. All right, so yeah, I have a bunch of pillows stacked up, and I still have all this headroom above my. Maybe in post edit, I could use this and put all the words right here and be like, free cruise, free cruise. All right, let's get into this. Can we just get into it? There's, you know, what is it? It's 7, so 7-Eleven. Obviously, you see what I did there? 7-Eleven, come on the come out, 7-Eleven shooter. But 7-Eleven on the 3rd Thursday of every month here on the Holy Roller channel. I will just say, if I had something to put a banner right up here, if I had the technology and whatever, all that stuff to do it, the banner right here would say holyroller.com, right? Holyroller.com right there. And it's spelt without the ER, so just like the shirt here. So it's just Holy Roll with an R, holyroller.com. You're gonna wanna go there, and you'll see a video there about a free cruise and how we're raising money for veterans. And so how does it work? I'm gonna just jump into it right now because I spent, what has it been, 6 minutes trying to fix the video. So let's just do it. I don't know if there'll be more people. Is it Thursday night football? Is that what's happening right now? I don't know. But okay, so some people probably watch this later, okay? But I was really hoping to get a bunch of people live because I want to do something very special. But those that are here will know what it is. And we're going to do it for the next, well, from now until Veterans Day. We're raising money for veterans through Craps for the Cure. All the money that we raise is going to send somebody on this cruise. This is a $1,500 cruise, so $1,500 value just for the cruise itself. It's a 4-night cruise. It is a balcony stateroom, so we're talking balcony. So is Amber coming to take a picture of me, I think? Are you coming to take a picture of me? Or come and say hi to everyone? All right, she's coming to say hi. So, but so she was in the house and now she's coming out. But so a 4-night cruise, balcony stateroom, okay? And I got the stateroom. It's midship. I know the number of the stateroom it is, and it's midship. And so midship's a really good place to be on a ship. It is the Freedom of the Sea with Royal Caribbean. So Freedom of the Sea with Royal Caribbean. Hey, if you stand behind me, then the camera will be correct. Oh. Because there's so much headroom. I just need somebody to stand right here the whole time. She's taking that picture. I'm taking a picture of my Okay, come over here now. I don't know if they'll be able to hear you. So stand right there.
He always thinks I'm way too quiet.
Now,
but I'm so loud.
See, look at that. That's a perfect shot. Stand up straight. There you go. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. That's a perfect shot.
Very demanding. It doesn't feel right to me.
Oh, okay.
So they can hear me.
So the word.
I'm just kidding.
Can you hear Amber? Okay. Oh, Amber. Oh no, you said it sounds great.
I said it to myself too, since you just saw it. It sounds great.
That's funny.
I'm magical like that. I can type in and come out and say things.
All right. So what do you want to say to everyone?
I just wanted to say hi to everyone, and I'm so excited for this live that Brian's doing. Did you already start talking about it?
A little bit, but they don't know anything. They just know that it's a 4-night cruise with a balcony in midship, which is perfect spot for a balcony. Now we're gonna be.
Did you say what ship?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. I was getting ready to. But we're gonna be in an ocean view unless we win that bid for the upgrade, right? But we're gonna be in ocean view.
Brian put a lot of thought and effort into this to honor veterans. So
yeah. Do you want to tell them what ship we're gonna be on?
Freedom of the Seas.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
To be able to take veterans, or even if they're not a veteran, but to raise support, to support veterans, and even the organization that we're working with is pretty awesome, and so it's exciting. Yeah. I'm excited for it. So, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I don't get to do it all the time because usually for home I'm busy doing lots of other things, but have a little bit of time. So
yeah.
That's it.
And I have to go before it's dark.
I know,
I
so
can
I'm gonna
see
let
the
you go.
sun going down.
I know.
But
hi everyone. Thanks for taking some time to watch this, and I'm gonna be on watching comments hopefully.
Yeah, be my moderator.
I will do my
What-
best.
Kick out anybody that's talking smack.
I don't know how to do that.
We should say talking crap. That's what we should say, because that's what we're talking here. Craps and cruising, right? Um, so, so yeah, freedom of the sea. I thought how, and if you saw if you looked at the video, I put the video on holyroller.com. Okay, holyroller.com. The video's there, and then right below the video. And if you go to YouTube and see the video, the link is in the description. After this is over, I'll put the link in the description down below so you can just hit the link to be a part of the drawing, because that's what this is. This is $100 to raise money for veterans, but $100 gets you one entry into the drawing. And you can put a veteran's name, you can put your own name. You don't have to be a veteran. We're raising money for veterans, okay? And so the way it works is you go to holyroller.com, or you click the link in the description, which is not the description of this unless you're watching it later, not live. But it's gonna go to what's called a tip jar, okay? And so this tip jar to Holy Roller, it's gonna go into an account. And what I wanna do, and so we're raising money in two places, okay? So this is kind of how it works. So you can go to crapsforthecure.com and you can donate, and it goes straight to the organization, which I'll talk about in just a second, for veterans. And what I want to do between now and Veterans Day, leading up to the Craps for the Cure event, which is on the 11th and 12th of November, what I want to do is raise money through the holyroller.com and through the Holy Roller channel, because I want to come with a bunch of money to give at the event. Now, some people are going to be giving through and getting raffle tickets and stuff, but everything you give here will go into the raffle. So chances are, if you go because we're gonna cap it out at a certain point. And so if you go to crapsforthecure.com and want to give there, it could be closed. So mine's open now, and it's gonna be remaining open. And this is where the match comes in. So you might say, what match? What match? Okay, first, let me talk to you about the organization that we're partnering with Craps for the Cure. It's Casino Gaming TV, Pro Craps with John, and it's pretty much the entire craps community. I know Jeff at Mid-Atlantic Craps has been raising money as well, and he's coming with a bunch of money to this event. There are people that are sponsoring all kinds of things. And of course, why would we not sponsor a cruise, right? So yes, it's gonna be a 4-night cruise. It's gonna be on the freedom of the sea. We even picked the dates because I have the cabin, I have everything ready to go. So it is out of Miami, and it's January 22nd through the 26th, 4-night, okay? So all they have to do is get to Miami Port of Miami, and get on the ship and then get back home. Okay, that's all they have to do. That's their commitment. Can you go on those dates, and can you get to and from the port? That's all they have to cover. Everything else, once you get on board, is covered. Now you might say, everything? Give me that internet, give me that alcohol package, give me that, like you want to do all those excursions. Okay, if you want to do extra stuff like that, that's on yourself too. But what about the matching? This is what I want to do. I have $100 here, right? $100. If you give $100 towards the drawing, I'm gonna start putting $100, okay, towards the bankroll and onboard credit. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna donate up to $1,000, matching fund $1,000 to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 in onboard credit, okay? This is a 4-night cruise, 500 in onboard credit. The other thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 in free play at the casino, having a coaching session with me at Craps, showing you how to get a free cruise and get a free cruise, instant cruise certificate it's called, and you get to choose from a list of cruises. And so 500, or I mean, you could use the whole 1,000 for bankroll if you want. But see this top part over here is actually working out now because I can hold the money up here. I can hold the money up at the top and still talk to you. This is what we're gonna match with people that give So not only are we donating the cruise, but we're donating $1,000 towards whoever wins this cruise. So it is a $1,500 cruise giveaway with $1,000 onboard credit and free play. We're just gonna put onboard credit / free play. How about that? So here it is right here. This is already in, and this has nothing to do with what's coming in. This is gonna go to the person that's gonna go on the free cruise. And so you might say, well, why don't you just give that money to veterans? Hey, we're gonna raise a lot more than $1,000. Remember, it is a $1,500 value. Now it's a $2,500 value for $100 to get on this cruise. And you might say, why would you do that, Brian? Well, you know, when you have a bankroll and you want to donate part of your bankroll, you donate part of your bankroll. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. Will I have this much on the cruise? Yes. Do I need this much to get a free cruise? No. I've gotten a free cruise offer with $300 before. Whoa, $300 playing craps on a cruise and get a free cruise offer, which is worth over, well, $1,500 on a short cruise. If this was a 7-night cruise, it is at least $2,000. So can you imagine just paying like $300 and getting a $2,000 balcony stateroom for two? That's what we do here at the Holy Roller. And I've been so encouraged by those that have made comments and that have reached out and let me know, hey, I went on my first cruise, I did the tips and the pointers that I learned from watching your channel, and I got myself a free cruise certificate. I mean, this is why I do it. I do it because my wife and I, we haven't been in our lives fortunate enough to just have enough money to go on cruises. But when I figured out this hack, I said, you know what, this hack is so good, it's too good not to share. Now, if you've been watching the channel any amount of time, you know that there are some haters out there, some haters of the Holy Roller channel. And why do they hate me? Because they say, number one rule about the Free Cruise Club is you don't talk about the Free Cruise Club. And so they're mad that I'm sharing it with everyone because they think it's gonna go away, or they think, and I made sure I talked with everybody in charge, and I try to do all my research before I start my channel. And this is what they said. They said it won't go away. We've been doing it for years. It's not gonna go away. But the things that can happen is when people win those free cruise certificates, they could be taken. The more people that get it, it could be taken quick. So that's why I always say on my channel, before you leave the ship, always book your next cruise. Now you might say, well, why? Don't I have time to choose? Yeah, you have 30 days to choose. But if you wait till that 30th day, everyone in that week that's cruising on Royal Caribbean on all 26 ships, anyone and everyone that earns a free cruise certificate is getting the same list that you're getting, and they're picking from the list. And if you wait till that last day, day 30, to try to book your cruise, chances are you're gonna try to book a cruise and they're gonna say, sorry, that one's not available. And then you go to another one, sorry, that one's not available. You go to another one, sorry, that's not available. And then you end up being on the grandeur of the sea. That's a Royal Caribbean. Some people like the grandeur. That's a Royal Caribbean joke. Sorry, and that's so funny to me because, oh my gosh, I went on like the Allure, like an Oasis class ship, you know, Quantum class ship. I went on the Odyssey, the Wonder, you know, all these new ships. And then I told my kids, I'm like, hey kids, my two youngest, 17 and 19 at the time, last year. I said, you guys are going on a cruise with me. Let's go, this is gonna be amazing. And I was like, hey, here's the Grandeur, let's go on that one. So I said, hey, we're gonna go on the Grandeur, guys. We get there, the Grandeur's in the Vision class. There's 4 ships in the Vision class, and they're the oldest, smallest ships in the fleet. Now, there is something good about them. They're able to go to itineraries and dock at different places where the big ships can't go. So I'm not totally bashing it, but it was from like, I don't know, what was it, 2010, over 20-year-old ship or something. And it's kind of dated, you know, and really small. And the only activity that they had was you know, because I was like, oh, they have basketball courts, they have pools, they have bumper cars. You know, I'm telling them about all the different activities. But on the Vision class ships, there's a rock climbing wall and there's a pool, you know. And their entertainment happened to be going into the Centrum area and getting in the elevator where everybody's watching the show, and they're in the elevator going up and down, like waving at people. Like that's what they love to do. And everybody loved it. And they're like, I enjoyed the show, the elevator show. My sons did an elevator show for everyone. But anyway, let's get back on our free cruise topic. And so, yeah, bring on the Icon, bring them on the Icon. I need to. The thing about the Icon, okay, so we have the Icon coming out, and we have the Utopia. Icon is a whole new class of ship. It's from the Icon class. The second one that's coming out in 2025 is going to be called the Star of the Sea, right? We have Icon of the Sea, Star of the Sea. But then the last, I think it's the last in the Oasis class ships is going to be the Utopia. So the Utopia, and with the Utopia and the Icon, they said, when we all got our free cruises for the year, our annual free cruises, there's a little disclaimer. It said, free cruise offers cannot be used on Icon or Utopia. And everybody's like, what? That was my whole plan. And I think it was every single person's plan. And they're like, there's no way we'll be able to do this. Well, they do have, you know, rooms and staterooms to give away on those ships and different sailings. So there was 1 week. It was a few weeks ago, and the Icon of the Sea was on the promo. And everybody that cruised that week was able to get the Icon of the Sea, and it was up for 2 days. And everybody that won during the 2 days for that weekly thing, it was actually a monthly promo, but they just put it up for 1 week. Well, it actually sold out because people got free cruises on the Icon. In 2 days, they were all gone. And that's all the sailings for the whole season. And so a lot of people won some Icon, but I couldn't because I wasn't on that week. I would have if I was that week. So that goes back to my point. Whenever you're on a ship and getting an instant cruise certificate, always keep $200 aside. And that $200 is going straight to, right when you get your certificate. And the thing is, you can get your certificate before the end of the cruise, okay? But you go to Next Cruise and you fill out a Next Cruise book later form, right? And you turn it in and you give them a $200 deposit. Now you have a reservation number. Once you have a reservation number, all you need is the offer code for that instant cruise certificate, right? So you have your reservation number and you hold that. So you have your $200 deposit, you have your reservation number. Then say it's day 3 or day 4 or whatever, and you're like, you're like, I have 3,000 points, for example, and the next level is 4,000 points. And you know you're not going to get to 4,000 points, you know, so you're like, I'm not going to get to 4,000 points, you know. You can ask, hey, I know I'm not going to get to 4,000. Can I just get the certificate number, the offer code for 3,000 points? And you go to Next Cruise and you say, here's my offer code for the 3,000 points. And they print out at the casino host will print out the dates for you. So you could be on day 3 of a cruise. And this is like I should be saying this inside my private, secret, members only YouTube, members only YouTube, the Holy Roller group, you know, kind of thing. Because we do a lot of secrets there that I'm not sharing. And there's some videos coming out that I will never actually share in public, but it's the super secret. Super secret, secret member only videos, you know. I'm not ever gonna share it outside of that, but this is what you do. You have them print out the thing, you pick the date, you have the offer code, you have your reservation code, and it's not the last day. You're not even waiting to the last day. Probably nobody else is getting those. I mean, you'll definitely get a spot is what I'm trying to say. So I think that's kind of gonna be the future. Because the more people that know about this, You know, we talked about the haters, the people that don't like me sharing all the secrets and getting free cruises and stuff. Um, uh, you know, they're like, stop telling everybody, you know, it's getting crowded, you know. And now you go into the casino, casinos are packed. Now, casinos are packed anyway, right? But you go in the casino and there's people everywhere. And what they're doing is they're trying to get that free cruise. You know, every once in a while, you might see there's a person that's like, you say, you know, hey, I got my, you know, you'll be talking to somebody. Hey, did you get your free cruise offer yet? Oh yeah, I got 2,000 points. They're like, wait, what are you talking about? But most of the time, everybody knows that that's why we're there. That's what we're doing. I always say, you know, comps in Vegas, you have to spend thousands of dollars to get hundreds of dollars worth of comps. But on a cruise, you could spend hundreds of dollars to get thousands of dollars worth of comps. And so, yeah, will it go away? I don't know. But that's why you subscribe to this channel, so you can stay up to date on all things Royal Caribbean. And I'm only doing Royal Caribbean right now. There's a lot of people said, hey, you gotta come over to Carnival. Hey, you gotta check out Princess. Hey, you gotta go to NCL. Yeah, I'll probably get to those, but I would say one of my goals is to be on all the Royal Caribbean ships first, and there's 2 coming out. Then we'll have the Star of the Sea. But by the end of next year, 2024, I will be on all of the Royal Caribbean ships, and then I'll have, then where will I go next? I'll probably go to Celebrity. Why Celebrity? Because the Crown and Anchor Society, and so Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are is owned by the same company, and so the Crown and Anchor Society, your points, your loyalty transfers over, and then I can also get free cruises with Celebrity. I just haven't chosen to get any of those yet because I don't want them yet. I want to stick with Royal Caribbean right now. We'll do Celebrity next. And then after that, maybe we'll try to do the Princess / Carnival, because Princess and Carnival are the same too. I don't know. I've been on a Princess before, a long time ago. No, well, not a long time ago, in 2019. So, you know, Princess, it was fine, but I didn't play in the casino. And the things that I've heard about both Carnival and Princess is there's not a simple system. Like, you don't know, what do I need to do to get the free cruise? You kind of like just play as much as you can and use as much money as you can, and hopefully somebody notices and says, hey, you get a free cruise. And now there are some people in Vegas that are getting cruise offers, and what they're doing is they're sending out this like event thing. And it's like this event you go to. It's like, hey, come to this event, and it has a cruise thing on it. And you go to this event, and they're saying, hey, everybody that comes to this event is gonna have a chance to get a cruise, free cruise. And they say it all, but what you have to do is read the fine print. It says, I said, has a chance. Has a chance to get a free cruise if you're at this event. Doesn't mean you get one, it means you have a chance to get one. So I think like they invite like hundreds of people to this thing, right? And they do their little presentation or whatever it is. And I think they're giving away like 10 people, 10 lucky people will have a cruise. And I think people are gonna be disappointed when they get there and they realize, wait, I thought I was getting a cruise. No, it's a chance. Have you ever seen with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, Jingle All the Way? It's a Christmas movie, and they were trying to get a Turbo Man doll on Christmas Eve, and they raided this like this radio talk show in the movie because they said, you'll get a Turbo Man if you can name all of the Santa's reindeer or something. So they fight and they break in and stuff, and they're like, you know, trying to get this Turbo Man doll. And people said, the guy, the DJ there said, wait, are you under the impression that I have a Turbo Man doll here? No, what I said is you'll get a Turbo Man eventually. And I think that's what that event is gonna be like when people go for the free cruise that they've been getting from Vegas, and they go to Vegas and they go to this event, and they're gonna say, no, did you think you were gonna get a free cruise? No. What I said is there's 10 people that will be fortunate enough to get a 10 cruise. I know there's 1,000 people here, but 10 of them will get a free cruise. I think that might happen, but if it doesn't and everybody gets a free cruise, that's great. But the point that I'm trying to say is on Royal Caribbean, boom, get this many points, you got a free cruise. Simple as that. It's not some like mystery. You know, I'm trying to even get the mystery out of it, where I can just tell you, hey, get this many. Like a lot of people, I always say, whatever your average bet is per hour, that's about how many points you're gonna get. And so if you're playing, you know, 3-card poker and you're putting 10, 10, and 10 out or whatever, and it's like $30, you'll probably get $30 in that hour, or 30 points in that hour. You know, people are like, oh man, I can get a lot more points at slots. Yeah, I've been hearing that. But there's most people. I mean, there's so many people. They're like, I can't believe you make so much points at craps or roulette. I think craps and roulette are the best way to get points. And so, so I've been getting all. There is one way to get points at slots, and I'll tell you, that's a secret for my members. I'm gonna tell them about it over in the members only channel, because you can get points at slots like easy, quick, fast, in a hurry, and it could be awesome, and it doesn't have to cost you as much money that of people are paying on slots. The thing about slots, and I'm gonna be honest about this, because I mean, my luck at slots. I mean, slots is like a reverse ATM machine for me. It's like, you know, you go to the ATM, you get money out. At a slot machine, all I do is put money in. I don't get nothing out of a slot machine. And you guys probably seen it. If you watch my channel, I'm like, oh my gosh, these slot machines hate me. But, and some people, they do good at slots. But the thing that people don't say about slots is they'll never tell you. I mean, unless you can really find somebody that will tell you, but I haven't been able to really find out. Nobody will really tell how much money did you put into that slot to get that many points. There was this person that had 25,000 points, and everybody's like, how'd you get that many points? Playing slots, they said, playing slots. And I'm like, so that's over $100,000. Like, cause slots is $5, 1 point. That's it. $5, 1 point. And that's why people are like, oh, I like it because I could just calculate. And yeah, you know, you put $100 in, and you think, oh, that's 20 points, you know, because it's 1 point for $5. So every $100 should be 20 points. Well, with slot machines, you know, you kind of win, you lose, you kind of go up, you kind of go down, boom, 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 up and down, up and down. And you'll like play a $1 bet and win 50 cents and stuff like that. Or you pay a $1 bet and get $1 back, you know. So I know that there are some volatility and some fluctuation in that. But the best I can see is that if somebody has $100, they can probably get 100 points if the slot machine is nice. So that's 5 times what it should be, right? Instead of 20 points, you get 100 points. Well, this guy, we know, based on the points that he had, we know that he put in over $150,000 through the slot machine. So I said, hey, I know this kind of, you know, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you have to put in, you know, to get that many points? Because I know it was $150,000, but how much did you put in? And he said, a few thousand. And I should have pressed even harder. Yeah, a few thousand. What does that mean? That's not 2,000. You put 2,000 in? No, he few thousand. So I'm thinking he probably put 50,000, maybe 50,000, maybe. But for us low rollers that maybe have 300 bucks. Man, how can you win and get points at craps instead of slot machines? Man, you play, you hedge your bets, you play, you know, $300. I always say whatever your strategy is. So if you're going to do $66 inside, or 44 inside, or 64 across, let's say 64 across, you're going to bet every number, $64 across, okay? $10 on every number, and $12 on the 6 and 8. That's going to be $64 for 10 shooters. Then you need $640. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $700 if you're going to do that strategy. And a lot of people, I ask them, hey, how much do you buy in? They're like, $300 or $400. $300 to $500 is normally what people buy in for. And if you're doing $300, then technically you only have $30 per shooter. Well, that's not even 44 inside. And so a lot of people, they're like, how do you do it? How do I do it? And I use the light and the darkness. So if I put $100 on the don't pass, and then I put $100 out on the box numbers, and a 7 comes, I get my $200 back. You know what I mean? And you might say, well, yeah, what if the point comes? What if the point comes? You lose, you don't pass, you'll lose $100. Yeah, I'll lose $100, but I'll still have my $100, okay? If the point comes, and that's like point, because what do? I take the first hit, I put it on the point, and then I'm protecting my $100. So any money that comes in, the first few hits, I put on the point, and no matter what happens, I get my $200 back. You know what I mean? And you might say, no, there's one thing you're missing, Brian. You're missing the come out roll. The come out roll, you could lose $100. If it's a 7 or 11, you can lose it. Now, most strategies, you need about 3 or 4 hits to break even or to be out of the hand. Well, what if to ensure your $100 don't pass, you put out any 7, or you laid a 4 or 10, or you laid some money. I like just putting out any 7 because I know I'm gonna get, if I put, if it's $75, maybe I only wanna lose $25. I could put out $20. I could put out any 7, or I could put out, hop the 7, 3-way 7, right? The 3 ways, I can hop it for $5 each, that pays $75. I could put $5 on the yo, and that pays $75. I could lose 20 or $25 of this 100, and then the first hit, guess where the first hit goes? The first hit goes back and to my insurance, to my insurance. The second hit goes on the point. The third hit goes on the point, and now 3 hits, I'm out of the hand, just like every other strategy. So why do it? Why do it? Because if I only did it one way, then I'd only have a $100 average bet. If I did it both ways, I have a $200 average bet. And if I lose, I get my $200 back. If the point doesn't happen, I get my $200 back. If the point does happen, I lose my don't, but I pushed up and I pressed the point, so I get the $100 back. So a lot of times people say, how do you do it, Brian? How can you do it? Well, you can't do that with a lot of other games. You go over to blackjack, you're putting the money out, and maybe you could do insurance. A dealer has blackjack, you want to buy insurance. I heard that's the worst bet ever, but some people do that, but you can't get your money back. It's either win or lose with blackjack. I used to love blackjack, but on blackjack they pay 6 to 5 for blackjack, so it's not even a good payout if you have blackjack. The one to play on a cruise is the bonus, the lucky ladies. So you can get 2 queens or whatever, get 2 whatever, let that pay you off. Like, forget the straight up blackjack. If you're playing blackjack, just play for the bonuses, man. It's almost like people that play craps, they only play for the ATS. That's how I would play. That's how I would play blackjack if I played blackjack. I don't play blackjack on the cruise. The only thing I do is I play craps and I play roulette if the craps table's not open. And so for my members of the channel here, I'm gonna do a roulette strategy. What I do on roulette to get a $300 buy-in, 100 points per hour on roulette. And usually, a lot of times, I walk away with at least my money that I came for. On the last cruise, I went up with 100, walked away with 300. So it was like and I got 100 points. So that was awesome. But then I think I lost 100 of it in a slot machine. Man, slot machines just aren't good with me. So I don't do slot machines unless it's in a slot pool. And Amber's been doing those, so you can watch our video coming up this next week. Amber's gonna have a video on our channel for a slot pool. So those that like slots, you might like that video, and Amber's gonna show you how to do that. So let's see what we got here, and then we'll talk more about our free cruise that we're giving away. And let's see if I'm missing anything. I'm kind of, let's see. Let's see here. So yeah, it depends. Okay, so we're talking about turning off your bets. So what happens is a lot of times after the come out roll, the first thing they do is they see what everybody's betting. What everybody puts on the table, they mark it. And sometimes on a cruise, the person that is the box, they'll walk away. They'll mark whatever you put out and they'll walk away. And then you could say, turn me off. Maybe, but most of the time they'll update it if you turn off. There is a strategy that I do a lot of times where I have all the points, so I'm across whatever I'm across, and whenever it hits the point, I go one more roll, and then I get paid, right? So I get paid, and then I say turn me off except for the point. And so I'm only playing the point. And this is when it's a choppy table and all that. And so I'm only playing the point. But my first hit would go on the point if I lose. And so usually they lose, and then I lose the point, and then the money I got off my first hit, I put it back up. And I'm just waiting for somebody to get a point, you know? And so again, come out roll. They establish a point. First roll, I get paid. And then I say, turn off my bets except for the point. And if they get a point, then I'm like, okay, they got a point. And I got this money. Then I'll take that money and I'll press one number. And then come out roll. And then it establishes a point. The first roll, I get paid. And I'm like, turn me off except for the point. And then if they make a point again, then I go, oh, now I have some press money. And I press another number. And so then pretty soon I have like a really high bet out there, but I'm only getting it if we have a roller or a shooter. And sometimes they'll make one point and they won't make the other, and so I'll have to put it out. But then when that one press number hits, it like presses all the rest of the numbers. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm ready. And I'll have, like I usually start with 44 inside when I do this. So I'll have 44, then I'll get the 4 and 10. And then pretty soon, once I get to like 150 across off of just like a couple hits, you know, of people making points, but not risking it all, because every time the 7 comes, I'll be off. Then I get up to like 160 across. Then I'm like, okay, let's let it ride. Hopefully we have a shooter, because here it comes. You know, here we go. And then I get 2 hits, and I know I have my money back that I originally started with, and plus some, you know. And then I just let it go and see how many. And then it usually somebody will be a short roll, and I'll lose the 150 or 160. But it wasn't my, you know, I started with 44. I just pressed up. But that takes like an hour. That takes an hour or two to do that. And so when I do that, you know, time at the table, average bet, I'm making points. And yeah, some of them are off. And they might not be, you know, they might not be rating me. Sometimes they rating me for, you know, when they see 150 on the, or 160 on the board, even though it says off, they don't know, like they don't realize it, and they still rate me for 160 across. And so, you know, you kind of just have to be there. And the more you know, the dealers and the box people, and you could tell them, sometimes they'll come over and I'm like, hey, last time you were here, I was at 44. Look, I'm at 150. Put me up for 150. And so then they type it in. They're like, oh yeah, you're at 150 or 160. I'm like, okay, great, thanks. And I know I'm getting 150 points per hour on average. So anyway, let's see. Let me see. So after, okay, this is Mike. So after 11 rounds practicing your double tap, I'm up $575. Now it's not my double tap, it came from Casino Quest, but I use double tap and I use it a lot. So, but I start with the squeeze play, then I go into double tap, then I go back to squeeze play. And so I have a secret video about that for my members. Even after, oh yeah, wait a minute, yeah, a lot of 7s out. And yeah, that's great. My question would be, are you using the light and the darkness double tap strategy, or are you just using double tap by itself? You know, so you could do light in the darkness, meaning play on the don't and the light side. So you're playing the dark side and the light side at the same time. And then the reason why it's called light in the darkness, because you're playing the dark side, but once you get a few hits, you put it on the light side, and now the light side play is worth more than the dark side play, and the dark side just gets your money back that you started with. That is the strategy. That is how we do it. So, all right, how many points do you usually get you a free cruise? So on a 4-night or less, it's 800 points. I can get 800 points in two 4-hour sessions, pretty much. Like, it's pretty easy to get on a 4-night cruise. You play 2 nights and you got a free cruise pretty much, if you're playing smart and playing what you learn on this channel, I should say. And then if it's 5 nights, up to 10, or I think up to 14 nights, so maybe 13 nights, it's 1,200 points. And then 1,500 points on a really long cruise. 14 nights or more is 1,500 points. But the reason why it's more is because you have more nights to play. You have more time to play, so you can accumulate more points. And so yeah, but 800 points on a 4-night is pretty easy. I could do that. So can't wait for that video. We talk. I forget which one I'm talking about, but I know I have one coming. there's several coming out that I have. They're private videos right now, and then I just switch them to member videos, and then they show up for the members. So sometimes I can't remember which video is next, but there is a video coming. Look, it's getting dark over here. Let's see. Brianator. You're probably making fun of my navigator when I was trying to talk about the what is it, the Voyager class, and I'm talking about the navigator and it was the Mariner, but I'm like, it's the navigator, it's the marinator. Man, and I kept doing it over and over. So Brianator said marinator when it should have been navigator or mariner. What's the top 3 basic strategies for a newbie craps player? We all need the free cruise. Okay, so let me tell you, number 1, I'm gonna start doing this on my channel because I think it needs to be happening. But the thing is, the thing that people need to know, which it's so hard to break, is if you're not shooting the dice, never ever play the pass line. I mean, simple as that. But there's so much pressure to play the pass line. Like, play pass line, where's the odds? Then once you put out money for the pass line, the next thing is, hey, no odds, no glory. Where's your odds? You gonna put odds on that? Like, they want you to put more money down. And yeah, some people say, oh, it's the best bet in the house because, you know, the odds, there's no casino edge on it. Let me tell you, if you lose the pass line with odds, it's 100% casino edge money because they're gonna get it all. They're gonna get all 100% of that money. So I don't really care so much about casino edge and you know, all that kind of stuff, because you know, if you're playing the pass line, you're betting against the dice anyway. You might say, well, if you play the don't pass, you're betting against the shooter. No, you're betting with the dice. You can either bet like any other game. This is what's funny. Any other game in the casino, you go up and you say, hey, what's the worst odds I can bet? Can I bet? And how can I get the worst odds? You know, and nobody would do that. Nobody would go into and say, can I get the worst odds? And the thing is, that's what the pass line is. Hey, can I get the best odds on one roll and then the worst odds after a point is established, please? That's what everybody's asking when they want to do the pass line. The pass line is only good for one roll. I mean, literally. And the don't pass, you're risking for one roll. So think about it like that. The pass line is only good for one roll, and then every other roll after that the odds are not in your favor, and it's not a good bet. The don't pass, one roll, odds are not in your favor, but every other roll after that is in your favor. So I think that's what's so funny about the pass line versus the don't pass. So you're either betting with the dice or against the dice. That's what you got to think. Because let me tell you, it doesn't matter I mean, there's some people that can roll the dice, but I mean, come on, dice are dice. You're betting on the dice, not the shooter. Don't get caught up on betting on the shooter, because you can have somebody roll really good, man. Whoa, they had a long roll. And then the next time they roll, you're like, oh, they had a long roll last time. I'm putting $100 out. And then they 7 out. You know, it's like, it happens. Anybody can have a short roll. Anybody can have a long roll. Bet on the dice, not the shooter. Anyway, that could be controversial. We'll find out in the comments that later if I say bet on the dice every time, not the shooter. All right, let's see. Oh, Joe, Craps Master Journey in the house. I put out Joe. Joe does some calls on his channel. If you ever seen Craps Master's Journey, he does calls, and I said, hey, can I have the hard 4? And so different people, like Mid-Mo Yo. If you see a yo, it's like a Mid-Mo Yo, you know. And so if you see Joe's channel, he's coming up with calls for different YouTubers and things. And I said, hey, can I have the hard 4? It'd be like 2 2s. It's time to cruise. Hard 4. Let's cruise some more. Holy roller, hard 4. Like, I think that would be a cool call. And somebody else has the 4, and I said, you know what? Why don't we do this? If they'll share the 4 with me and I can get the hard 4 and Joe can roll 4 hard 4s in a row, then I'll take him on a cruise with me. So, so hopefully, Joe, you can roll hard. And somebody in the comments said, you know, that's only a 0.0005% chance of happening. So good luck with that. But 4 hard 4s in a row, man, anything can happen. All right. 2 twos, let's go on a cruise, man. That'll be 2 twos, let's go on a cruise. All right. So what time is it here? Oh man, it's 7 o'clock. Look, it's dark in California. So getting dark in Craps All right. How do craps players get non-craps players to start to play? A lot get freaked out when they see all the bets on the table, how to say what they want to bet, etc. Yeah, I mean, it is an intimidating game. And I did a coaching session. Like, I didn't even charge for this coaching session. It just happened to be somebody on the cruise, and her husband was playing, and she came over by me, and she's like, hey, you've been here every night. You've been playing a long time, and I see that you don't have a lot of money in your rack. How are you doing that? And I said, well, I do have some in my pocket. You know, I'm just pocketing some of my money. But I said, because I don't play the pass line. And she's like, what? My husband said I have to play the pass line. I'm like, you don't have to play the pass line unless you're shooting and rolling the dice. And I think that's the easy thing to do is to play the pass line. So I think a lot of people just say, okay, put money on the pass line. Okay, now you got a point, put money on odds, and then let's hope they make the point. And that's the fun part of the game. It's like, come on, roll a 6, come on, roll a 6. And then you get paid. And when you get paid on the pass line, have you ever noticed, this is a casino trick, is they spread out your money everywhere. They like put everything on the side, and everything's spread out behind the pass line. You know, your pass line, your odds, all the money spread out, and they're like, pick up your money, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much money. But then when they pay everything else, it's in a little stack with larger chips. If you know, they pay you as little as possible. It looks as little as possible. They want everybody to get addicted to that pass line. And I told her, I say, don't get addicted to the pass line. And her husband was over there going, put the money on the pass line. And I go, hey, your husband's addicted to the pass line. Don't listen to him. And then the next night she came, she played for over an hour with like $100, made some money. She's like, look, I'm up, and I played for so long. It was awesome. But I think all the bets out there is very intimidating. So if I did that, I wouldn't tell people to play pass line. I would tell them to pick a number. And that's what I did with her. She only had $100, and I'm like, okay, you have $10 per shooter. You're gonna play for 10 shooters. What's your favorite number? And I said, and then after a while, the 9 was rolling over and over and over. I go, hey, did you notice the 9 is rolling over and over and over? She's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, let's pick the 9. And so the next time we went out, she just picked the 9 for $10. And then she got her $10 back. It paid 14. So I'm like, now you got your $10 back. Now the next time the 9 hits, you could put it on a 5 or something, you know? And then I said, you can put it on the 6, you can put it on the 8. And so she started spreading out and just collecting money. So I think that's the way to teach somebody to play, is have them pick one number, collect the first one, and then every other one after that, they can put on different numbers, you know? I think that's the way to teach somebody how to play craps. And then stay away from all the side bets and the prop bets to begin with, unless it's the hard ways, I would say. But anyway, all right. So, yeah, Waylon's Way. Yeah, I see a lot of Waylon stuff. Waylon has a lot of crap strategies, and Waylon's Way is a lot of times you could say it's a different way. That guy thinks a little bit different than all of us, and so I think that's why a lot of people like it, because it's like, whoa, I never thought of that. No, I never thought of that. So, and Waylon, because I hedge to get points, would probably hate my strategies. He's like, hedging doesn't make anything. Why are you at the table? I'm at the table for free cruises. That's why I'm there. So, all right, let's see. So is it okay for couples on a cruise to play together for craps, or is it a no-no? Like if you're playing a strategy, like if somebody's playing the light side, somebody's playing the dark side, but you're actually using the same money, that would probably be a no-no in any casino. But I mean, sometimes Amber and I do that where, you know, whatever I'm betting, like she doesn't bet, and whatever she's betting, I don't bet, because we pretty much have the same bankroll. So, But anyway, it's getting dark and it's been almost an hour. That's a live. And so let me tell you one more time before we leave. $1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 $100 bills for 10 people that go to holyroller.com and put in $100 for the drawing. You could put your name, you could leave it blank. If you leave it blank, we're gonna put a name for a veteran that we're gonna put in the drawing to go on this cruise with us. It's a 4-night cruise. We're throwing in $1,000 to match $1,000 that comes in to raise money for veterans. This $1,000 is going towards their bankroll or their onboard credit. So I'm gonna just let them spend $1,000 on this cruise. So this cruise, 4-night cruise, balcony out of Miami, going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and it's going to Nassau, Bahamas, okay? And this is $1,000 that they could use while on board. It's gonna be an onboard credit. I'm gonna take this $1,000, I'm gonna put it credited to their room, and so they'll be able to use it however they want. They can use it in the casino, they can use it for the drink package, they can use it for internet, whatever. So the $1,500 cruise giveaway has just become a $2,500 cruise giveaway for $100. We're gonna raise some money for veterans from now until Veterans Day. Go to holyroller.com and make sure to give there. It's a tip jar, it's all secure, or after this video is done, I'm gonna put a link in the description. You can also see the whole video where I talk about the group, the organization that we're working with called Veterans Moving Forward, and they train service animals for veterans and disabled veterans and veterans that suffer in any way where they have service animals, and just going to their website and watching their video, which I have on my other video. I have a little clip from that. It is amazing and it's a great cause. So help give somebody $1,000 by giving $100. How about that? How about that? Let's see. How often do we cruise out of Cali? Long Beach, yeah. So with Royal Caribbean, there's only one ship that does it. It is the Navigator of the Sea, and we went on one 4-night, and that's where we showed people how to get. But I'm trying to get on all the ships. So because I'm trying to get on all the ships, I've been on the Navigator. There's certain ships that I've been on more than once, mainly because I take somebody on the ship. But yeah, I'm trying to get on more ships. So I know there is the Radiance coming through to LA at some point, and so I'll probably try to get on the Radiance. I haven't been on the Radiance yet, but I want to. So thanks for helping me with the cause, Brian. Yeah, we're definitely raising some money for some veterans on Craps for the Cure. And Joe actually is, next year he's going to be donating his craps table, and somebody's going to receive the craps table, and it's going to be a raffle style where you could just pay, pay whatever. And so this is the thing I'm worried about. I'll just be honest with you guys since you're watching. Before we go, let's talk about what Brian's worried about. I'm worried about people going to, I'm just being honest. I'm worried about people going to Craps for the Cure and donating and getting raffle tickets from for the cruise on there, and not going through holyroller.com to give through there, because that's how we're giving this money. Now, I want to come to Vegas with a bunch of money, to give at Craps for the Cure. And so the money I'm coming with to Vegas to give to Craps for the Cure is what comes through my channel. If you guys go to crapsforthecure.com and do the raffle there, it's going to go straight to the organization. That's great. It's still going where it needs to go. But there are people been raising money all year long, and I'm kind of late to the party here on raising money. So I want to come with, and I thought, you know what? I could just give this $1,000 at Craps for the Cure. But I thought, you know what? The worst thing to do is have to go on a cruise and then not have money when you're there. Believe me, I know. That's when I didn't have money and I went on a cruise. That was my low roller. I had a video called Low Roller because I only had $300 for the whole cruise, and so I had to win money. And so I won money to pay for the internet, and then I won money to pay for the gratuities, and then I won money. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, what if I lost money? I'd be like, what am I gonna do? There's plenty of stuff to do. Don't get me wrong, but I want to raise money through the Holy Roller channel so I could go to Vegas on November 11th and 12th this year with the money, because it's directly connected to the Holy Roller business and it's through PayPal, and I'm gonna just get it out and I'm gonna take it over there. It's gonna be amazing. I'll be doing some lives during that event as well, so it's gonna be great. So oh yeah, I have to tell John about this. So we're gonna put $1,000 onboard credit. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it more valuable, because the thing about the reason why I did a 4-night is because a lot of times, so 4-night cruise is 5 days. So that's like a Monday through Friday pretty much, right? And so a lot of people can't go on a 7-night, but the 7-night is more value. And I was like, how can I make this 4-night cruise more valuable? By putting in some free play and some onboard credit. So anyway, we're gonna make it a $2,500 value cruise with $1,000 worth of onboard credit / free play, and all for $100. So get your raffle ticket if you haven't already, or get a raffle ticket for a veteran. If you know a veteran, put their name in the drawing. If you don't know a veteran, we have a veteran, a good friend of mine that's been a veteran, and he is amazing. I'm gonna put his name in on every name that's on every entry that is blank. And so, he doesn't know that yet. I've been trying to contact him and talk to him about that. Maybe he's watching, if you know who you are. But I have to make sure he's available for that week. And so, so if he wins the cruise, because so far the people that gave have just left the name blank, which means it goes to him. But you know, if it doesn't go to him, that's totally fine too. I mean, he would love to just raise money for veterans, and he helps veterans all the time. And so that's what we're doing here, and that's all I got for the video today. So I want to say thanks for watching, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.